Everything you eat either fights disease or feeds it. Choose well. I'm Anthony and I'm going to take you through today's PF Go workout. Now our warm-up, we're going to start with 10 calories on the bike or the rower. If you don't have a bike or rower, we can do 15 burpees or we can do 50 jump ropes. Any variation is up to you. Now, if you're finished those up, we're going to move on to med ball sit-ups and Russian twists with the med ball. Now we're going to put this med ball between our legs. That's where it's going to tap. You're going to reach back over your head, tap the floor, sit up, and touch in between your legs. You can use your arms to really throw that med ball in between your legs to get you ready for one of our later exercises. Now, once you're done, you're going to pull the feet in a little bit tighter, and we have Russian twists. You're going to gently touch the ground on both sides. We want you to reach a little bit further back every single rep to try and open up that spine and the core. Once you finish 10 on each side, we'll go through that whole pattern again of biking, sit-ups, and Russian twists, and then it's time to move on to deadlifts, push presses, and squats. Now deadlifts, we're gonna spread the feet apart with that med ball between our legs. Fingertips should be pointing straight down to the ground. Tap and stand, tap and stand. That's our goal. Every single rep should touch the ground nice and gently. After your 10th rep, you're gonna bring it up to the shoulders. You have a dip and a drive, with the legs pushing that weight up and overhead. The arms are just guiding that weight to where it wants to be. A little exhale going up is gonna help you stay nice and efficient. Our last exercise, we're gonna lower that ball down in the chest, and we have 10 front squats with the medicine ball. So we wanna lower down below parallel, nice and deep, each rep trying to go a little bit lower while keeping that med ball up nice and high in front of our face. We'll go through that whole pattern of deadlifts, push presses, and squats again, and then it's time to move on to our strength. We have sumo deadlifts, we have dumbbell pullovers with your back on the med ball, and then we have leg lifts over the medicine ball. It's a fun one today. So we're gonna start with dumbbells with those legs spread apart. You're gonna lower down to the ground, tapping both heads of the dumbbell. It's a long way down. We want those shins to stay as close to vertical as you possibly can, with the shoulders, hips, and knees height-wise in that order. You're gonna do somewhere between 9 and 11 reps. We have 15 minutes to go through this cycle as many times as you can. The first 10 minutes or so, you should be able to do 9 or 11 every single time, and then if you have to back off and go down to 9, that's totally fine. Now our next exercise, we have 20 med ball dumbbell pullovers. So you're gonna lay back with that med ball between your shoulder blades and on your neck. Your hips are up nice and high into a bridge. We're gonna lower down with straight or slightly bent arms as far down to the floor as we can, and then pull it back up and in. Ideally, you go down past your head. Your flexibility may be a limiting factor. Just start light and build up slowly over time until you're used to it. This exercise can be a little bit hard on your shoulders. After your 20th rep of dumbbell pullovers, we're gonna grab that med ball, slide it a little further away, and we have leg lifts over the med ball. So we want your hands on the ground. You're gonna lift up, both legs together, gently tap the ground as you go. Now, the more forward you move your hands, the harder it's gonna be because it's forcing you to crunch over, so you have to lift your legs up higher. You can also back the hands up to make it a little bit easier as well. So you have 9 to 11 sumo deadlifts, 20 dumbbell pullovers, and then 20 leg lifts over the medicine ball. Now, after you finish 15 minutes of that, we have a conditioning piece today. We have 4 to 5 rounds. We have a 15-minute cap of quarter rep Turkish get-ups, single arm Russian kettlebell swings, and goblet squats. Now, Turkish get-ups are a challenging move that have a lot of pieces, so we're just introducing it one piece at a time. What you're gonna do is lay down flat on your back. This is an important piece. Your right hand is gonna press that weight up. Your left hand should be out to the side. Now, what's important to know is your right hand and your right knee should be facing up towards the ceiling. Now, all you're gonna do is do a little sit up to your elbow. Now, from here, you're gonna do a little press so your arm goes straight, lock out, then we're gonna reverse it. Elbow and lay down. Sit up to the elbow, press, down, and down. Can you do one on the other hand for me so you guys can see? Left hand up, left knee up towards the ceiling, right? So you rise up into that upright position, press out of that tricep, lower back down, and back down. You wanna keep your eyes on the dumbbell the entire time, almost looking a little bit past it towards the ceiling to help keep your body in proper alignment. So you're gonna do 10 in a row on one arm, and then we'll switch arms and do 10 in a row on the other side. We'd recommend using your strong arm on the ground first, so your weak arm is up in the air to kind of make it a little bit more even side to side. Now, after your 10 Turkish get-ups on each arm, we have 12 single arm Russian dumbbell swings. So we're gonna use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. We're gonna stand up, swing that thing between our legs, and finish with that dumbbell up at chest height. Notice that you can still see Erica's eyes at the very bottom. Face me for me. We're gonna do 12 in a row on one side. Her shins stay pretty vertical, just like in the Sumo Deadlift. Most of the action comes from her hips reaching back and her chest dropping and then opening back up. So you have 12 on one side. Then if you're really fancy, you can switch hands in the air and go right into that next set of 12. And then we're gonna finish with goblet squats. So we're gonna take that kettlebell, lift it right up to chest height, and you have 14 squats. Take care for quality here. Your arms are what are gonna get most of the hard work in today's workout, and that's even true here. Lift that chest up nice and high, let that weight counterbalance you so you can take it down nice and low. You either work through those 3 exercises for 15 minutes or until you hit 5 rounds. Either one is up to you. Now we're gonna move on to our nutrition question of the day. What is your favorite kitchen appliance to use? Not counting your refrigerator or stove, of course. There are many different appliances and they all have their purpose. Price and quality also vary, but finding what works for your specific needs is always gonna be the best choice. So try to avoid single task appliances. Usually this is what you'd see on an as seen on TV infomercial. It's really good at doing one specific task, but they usually take up a lot of space and can create clutter. Gadgets like a KitchenAid mixer or an immersion blender have a lot of different applications that can be useful for cooking a variety of meals. A single decent chef's knife, a big heavy cutting board, and a nice stainless steel pan can last a lifetime and will get used every single day. We want to hear from you. What's your favorite kitchen appliance to use? Let us know in the comments. Have a great workout and a great rest of the day.